What is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Borderlands 3 video, and today we're going to be going through Iron Fear Moze, a really strong Moze build that utilizes the new Terror Anoints to give us infinite ammo, infinite damage, and infinite survivability. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise, let's get straight into that video. So one of the things that we need to consider when thinking about this build is that because it is a Terror anointed build, when the event actually does end, there will be certain things that we will able to be continue to use, and then if there is a level increase, there'll be certain things that we won't be able to use. So let's go over the gear first of all. So the way that we are going to generate Terror on this particular build is not with a face puncher. We're actually going to be using a transformer here with action skill end. Apply Terror to yourself every 3 seconds for 18 seconds. Now, what we're going to be doing here is the gameplay loop is pretty simple. We are going to jump into Iron Bear, jump out, and then we're going to have Terror for 18 seconds. Our Iron Bear is going to be back before those 18 seconds in terms of cooldown, and therefore we're going to be able to constantly apply our Terror by using our Iron Bear. We can actually use our Iron Bear as well. It will pack a punch, so there is that to consider as well. So we have a gameplay loop that's pretty simple. Pop into Iron Bear, do what you need to do in Iron Bear if you need to. Then when you jump out, you have Terror, which means that combined with this particular anoint on our grenade, you can then regenerate ammo for whatever gun you want. So you're going to have unlimited ammo for 18 seconds. What that's enabled us to do is actually spec out of some of the ammo redistribution skills and regeneration skills that are in the tree and push them over for more shield and survivability or more actual gun damage. So we're going to generate Terror here, and we are going to generate ammo here. You could swap this out for any grenade. The grenade isn't actually critical, although I would recommend a kind of a CMT or something that hits multiple times. I haven't got a CMT at the moment with Terror Anoint, as they are very rare indeed. But you could swap this out if you don't want ammo regen. You could swap this out for the damage and fire rate to give you a little bit more damage. I mean, if you see from the footage here, you really don't need any more damage, but if you wanted to, you could go like that. So in terms of the skill tree itself, let's start with the trees that we know. So we haven't gone down to bottomless mags here. I have picked up redistribution. That is only for the health regen at times, when we might be caught between mobs to get a little bit of health regen. Most of the other skills you'll be familiar with. Cloud of Lead, Scrappy, etc. And then obviously firing the Skag's Den. I've not taken TCP or Short Fuse here for actual kind of self limitation of damage. So you will see from the footage we have more than enough damage to do that, and all, in my opinion, Torque Cross Promotion and Short Fuse does, although it does add damage, etc., it also adds a great risk to kill yourself. So we have 1 point in Pull the Holy Pin and 1 point in Vampire, just for when we do throw grenades. Majority of our healing is going to come from the Sapper Com. Again, if you would like to switch that around, you could use a Minesweeper here, but you are going to have to throw grenades, or a Blastmaster, for example, but you are going to have to throw grenades. I choose the Vanquisher pods as they're just my particular favorite, but you could use something like the Cryo miniguns, work particularly well as well. And then for those of you that are familiar with the Ultimate Vault Hunter Moze that we did on the Borderlands channel, one of the main differences between that build, which is GT Shorty, and this build is that the additional points that we now have, we've been able to get down the red tree, which is really unusual for a build like this. It's because the Terror anointments are allowing us to redistribute our points, means that we're able to get down to the bottom of this tree. So we're able to get Tenacious Defense, which means that when we do get out of our Iron Bear, we are going to have increased gun damage for a short time. It's going to restore some of our shields as well. We also have been able to get Phalanx Doctrine, which gives us more gun damage per stack and shields. So one of the things that you are going to see here is you're regularly going to be over 100k shield regularly while mobbing, and the fact that you have the Sapper as well going, so you're going to be able to be constantly regenerating health and constantly topping up and increasing your shield, which gives you probably the most survivability that you're ever going to see on Moze. In addition to that, obviously, we have the Transformer as well, which is absorbing 40% of bullet damage as well, and a complete immunity to shock. So we have a ton of survivability here. So if you're a new player, then and you're kind of trying to work your way around Moze, this is definitely one for you. And a couple of other things here. The normal kind of stuff that you would see for doing additional gun damage and bonus damage. And like I've said, I do like to take a specialist bear for that extra little bit of Iron Bear damage. When you are in Iron Bear, you are going to pack a punch. You'll be able to do any content on the game with this build. You'll be able to do the Guardian and the Maliwan takedown on True Takedown without a pinch. And as you've seen from the footage, you'll also be able to take on Psycho Reaver, who's widely considered to be one of the toughest and bullet spongy bosses in the game. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week. And otherwise, I'll catch you on the flip.